Guys, I will be with you soon. I'm just making sure everything's set up okay. Well, it sounds alright, but we will be going live very shortly. We have 15 drivers in the lobby at the moment. There's 3 more minutes for the rest of the drivers to join. And then we're going to go racing around Singapore. Qualifying is going to be short and sweet, and we're going to get straight into there with a one-shot quali. And then we're going to go straight into Brasilia, which should be an amazing race as well. Remember, we are live on Twitch, on YouTube, and on TikTok. The reason it's so silent is because I keep getting strikes for copyright every time I stream on multiple platforms because of YouTube, and because, you know, the media for the soundtrack from F1, even if you turn it off, it will still copyright you, which I didn't know. So that's the reason it's so silent. And if I play any of the media highlights, they've also got songs in the background, so then it copyrights me again. So that's the reason that I'm not able to play any music in the background. But I will sort that out before the new season starts next Sunday. But for now, you just got to listen to my voice and the roar of the engines in around 120 seconds. But just give me a minute whilst I make sure everything's sorted. So my favourite driver, is that what you're asking for? I don't know who my favourite driver is. I've got so many, especially when there's 400 drivers in the Discord. I've got so many favourite drivers. Right, let's jump onto the live screen in a minute. So my favourite driver, if I had to pick one favourite driver, I don't actually know who I would pick. I would probably, if I had to pick, I would probably say either Alvaro Chabas or Red Wildfire. Only because I've raced against Alvaro and I've raced against Red pretty much the whole time I've been racing. And they are probably the most respectful and clean drivers I've ever raced against in any league ever. So that's the only reason I'd pick them. Right, there is 15 drivers in. I think one just left. Hopefully they get back in because we are about to start and it's only one shot quali. B Wright is an unbelievable driver, Vixen. Triple world champion, won about 10 trophies at F7. Also a league owner here at F7. But I've not personally been able to race against Ben that often because in comparison to Ben, I'm like right down at the bottom. In terms of how good of a driver he is, one of the best. But if you're asking for my personal favourite driver, I've not raced against Ben enough to say that. Right, okay, so we are going to go straight in to Singapore. Just bear with me a second, 1 second. Right, guys, let's go. Let's ready up. Let's go into the race. And then I can put the game volume on as well. And we're only, what are we? Less than 2 weeks till the new season. And we're kicking it off in Spain. We've never ever started a season in Spain before, so that's interesting. Why is that not showing? It's the weekend after this. Yeah, it is, mate. Yeah. Well, let's get the volume. Let me know how the volume sounds when we get going, guys, because obviously I can't listen to it. I'm going to be commentating on the qualifying session. Remember, we are live on Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok. You can watch on any platform that you want. So any platform that you're scrolling through, just watch on there. Remember, one-shot qualifying, so we'll only be able to stay on board. MaxiBot, thank you so much. Let's go, Maxi. 18 months. Let's go, Maxi. Oh, it's not coming up with the sounds for that alert. Why is that? Let me try and find why it's not doing that. Is that, will that do it now? I think it might do it now. Let me just. Is that, will that do it now? I think it might do it now. Let me just test that. No, I will sort that out. I will sort that out so you can hear it, because you are supposed to hear it. Thank you so much for the sub, Maxi. 18 months. Absolute G. Right, here we go into qualifying. Let me know about the audio, guys. So, one shot qualifying. We don't need the tyres, just need the full map. And we are on board. So it is MaxiBlock straight into it. B right and MaxiBlock, both Ferraris. I'm just trying to get on board with somebody at the top. It is F1 Lexi at the moment that does lead here in qualifying. I don't know why TikTok keep restricting my live availability, because they think it's not my content. It's so annoying. So down towards turn 7 at Memorial Corner. Please let me know about the audio, guys. F1 Lexi is on an incredible lap. He's got B right behind him as they go into Stamford at turn 8. The Red Bull driver under the lights here in Singapore, really close to the wall, but Turbo Snail is absolutely flying as they go down in towards the Singapore Sling at turn 10. Through turn 11 we go, really close to the wall, maybe too close for F1 Lexi as he goes down towards turn 13, and he has made a huge mistake. It's now the two Ferraris of MaxiBlock and B-Right who are squabbling, who are very close on time as they are going up towards Canota at turn 14. B-Right has lost a little bit of time down that straight, and MaxiBlock is now into the lead here in qualifying the Scuderia as we go down towards turn 16. I've got the old track map up here. So that is now turn 16 and 17, I think. And then in towards 18 and 19. But it is Turbo Snail that takes pole here in Singapore. He is absolutely flying. Let me know about the audio. Let me just quickly check it. You can't hear any audio. Right, bear with me. I don't know why that is. You should be able to hear audio now. But I will just turn it down slightly. There we go. So that. Let me know if it's okay. I've just muted the thing. So, Turbo Snail is on pole position here in Singapore. Wow. Finnick is in P2, then it's Maxiblock and F1 Lexi. It's B-Rad, then the two Williams of Reese and Rocketman. Jack and the Mercedes, the two Hasses of Strategy and Vixen complete the top 10. Then comes Cryptic Salt, Sam the Manny, Fixter, Udi, Cam Ruddy and Oliver James. Complete your 16 drivers here in Singapore.
I think I'm crying.
So we do have formation lap on, and the alert box is working as well. We're on a bit of a roll here now, which is good. So guys, sorry, I really do apologise about that. So everything should sound okay, and we are live on TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. Let me know if the volume's okay, if the game volume's alright, if it's a little bit low. Just let me know in the chat, just so it doesn't sound awful. So this should be a cracker. 16 drivers here in Singapore. You know, the camera angles on the new F1 game are actually unbelievable, you know. They are really unbelievable. Right, I've got the old track map up, so when you come out of Canoa, it's all the way down there now. Oh, Sergio Silva's just joined. He's not going to be able to race the first race. Oh. No, Sergio. A lot of drivers. DSQ there on the line. Here we go. They're all getting ready. This is it. Here in Singapore. And it's lights out and away we go. Turbo Snail and Finnick wheel to wheel going down in towards turn 1, but the Aston Martin got off the line so well, and so did Maxiblock. Finnick was a little bit lackluster off the line as they go in towards turn 1, 2 and 3, and it is Turbo Snail that leads by half a second as they go in towards turn 5. Jack in the Mercedes is through, and it's Strategy and Rocket Man, the Haas driver, and the Williams who are just battling for position. Vixen in the Haas, right on the tail of that Williams as they come down the straight. F1 Lexion Finnick in towards Memorial Corner, and it is the Red Bull driver that's up to P3. Finnick is now down to P4, and that's the triple world champion of B right in the Scuderia, right on his tail as he slips and slides on their medium tyres, just struggling to get heat into them and struggling to get grip. Udi is here now as well. The Red Bull driver will try and go down the inside of the house. Hits him, and here comes the kick Sauber of Cam Ruddy, who comes through and will now look for an overtake on the Red Bull driver as they go down in towards the turn 13, and they do touch. And the Haas does get swallowed up there. A fixture. Oliver James is at the back. The Mercedes driver really struggling already. And it is Turbo Snail that's been overtaken by Maximot for the lead of this Grand Prix. Rocketman on Strategy. But can Turbo Snail retain the lead of this Grand Prix? But at the end of lap 1, it is the Ferrari of Maximot, the Belgian driver, that is your race leader. And Turbo Snail goes wide. One thing is absolutely guaranteed in league racing. It's that a driver will win and Turbo Snail will get a penalty to be right in the Ferrari, right on the back of that McLaren of Finnick. Rocketman and Jack, when was the last time these two raced? As Jack went a little bit deep and he's opened the door for the Williams of Rocketman with that rocket powered car and that Duracell battery in towards turn 5. They go down the inside, wheel to wheel go the Williams and the Mercedes, but it is the Williams of Rocketman that comes out on top. F1 Lexi and the Red Bull will go down the inside of the Aston Martin of Turbo Snail, and into P2 goes the Oracle Red Bull driver. Turbo Snail now down to P3, but some unbelievable racing off the start line. Really clean as well, relatively clean. Reese on the back of B right. We'll see a lot of this next season between these drivers. Both gold drivers. So let's disable that and enable that. Oh, B right has crashed. He's missing an end plate, and we were on board with the triple world champion as he lost the race and went diving into the wall. He will 100% need a safety car in this race now. And here comes Finnick in the McLaren on the Aston Martin of Turbo Snail in towards Connaught at turn 14. Sorry, that was turn 16. And Turbo Snail going into the pit lane. He's got damage. Reese has lost it. Reese has also spun it, and the drivers are really struggling for grip. Turbo Snail is into the pit lane, so is B right, and Reese is round. A lot of huge names already having issues. Finnick is back into the podiums after starting from P2 and dropping down. Strategy and Jack fighting for P5. I bet they didn't expect to be up here this early, and it is Strategy that goes through in the Haas on the Mercedes driver. It's so good watching these drivers race, and you can see that the drivers are really struggling to get the foot down, to get that grip working, and the drivers that have started on the softs are sort of thriving in the early stages of this race. I know we're only on lap 3, but DRS was enabled on lap 2 for this season as per the new rules in Formula 1. So that's the reason that you're seeing the drivers stay together so much more off the starting grid as well. So the drivers are nice and evenly spread out now. And F1 Lexi is still chasing down Maxibot. He will have that DRS. What about Sam the Man on Cryptic Soul? Sam the Man, the American driver here in Singapore, and the Alpine is up to P7. What a move. Vixen on Udi, the Portuguese driver, having to concede the position. Cam Ruddy doing a fantastic job to get up to P9. Here comes Reese on Udi, the British driver on the man from Portugal. And can the Williams try and dive down the inside of the Haas as well? He does. Pushes the Haas off wide. Vixen is not going to give it up easily, though. They've tangled the wheels. But it is Reese in the Williams, but he's not going to have that DRS down that straight, so I can see this changing really quickly as Reese just struggles again as the back end just flicks out. Here comes Vixen. Vixen's into the wall. And front wing damage for the Haas. No yellow flags though. The stewards are letting this go, which is good to see. Good for the new season anyway. So Reese on that recovery drive. Remember, be right at the back after that crash. Turbo Snail got damage as well. But the drivers are just slipping and sliding everywhere. Rocket Man up to P4 in that Williams. But looking at Sam the Man, Cryptic Salt and Cam Ruddy, even Jack is there. Jack is actually the leader, but he's on the softs. So is Sam the Man, Cryptic Salt and Cam Ruddy on the mediums. And then you've got Reese trying to chase him down on the softs as well. That DRS is so strong on F124 that it's actually really hard to get away from a driver, and that is Udit, who's just got through on Reese. Did Reese lose it again? I don't know if I've seen Reese struggle in a Grand Prix as much as he's done in the opening 5 laps here in Singapore. That is Sam the Man through on Jack, and the Mercedes driver. Here comes Cam Ruddy on Cryptic Soul. And the Sauber driver is through. Cam Ruddy, take your hat off. That is brilliant. Turbo Snail with that penalty. As we said, 2 things guaranteed. F1 Lexi still on the back. Oh, I think I seen the driver just jumping over the curve then. F1 Lexi still trying to chase down the leader of Maxi Block. The man from Belgium is leading here in Singapore. But remember, he is on the softs. F1 Lexi is on the mediums, so completely different strategies for these drivers. It's like Charles Leclerc and Max Verstappen. If you've not spectated or commentated on a race in F124 yet, let me just tell you the camera angles are just next level. It is brilliant. It really is incredible. So, F1 Lexi on the back of the Ferrari as they go down towards turn 5. This is where he's going to have DRS. This is the opportunity for F1 Lexi. Now the Red Bull driver will open up that rear wing, give him that extra bit of acceleration as they go down towards Memorial Corner at turn 7, but the Ferrari has managed to stay in front again. A fixed through on Reese as he goes into the pit lane. Cam Ruddy on Jack, the kick Sauber driver on the Mercedes, wheel to wheel into turn 7, but it is the Sauber driver that comes out on top and now up to P7, but he has got hit in the back from the Mercedes, nearly loses it, but great control from that driver. Can Jack respond to the overtake? Vixen speeding into the pit lane. 10 seconds is an absolute brutal penalty for speeding into the pit lane. And the Mercedes has slipped out and he's opened up the door for Cryptic Soul. The wheel to wheel. You do not want to go side by side through here. Into the hairpin they go. The Aston Martin clips the wall and the Mercedes has got breathing space. You do not want to go side by side in towards turn 13, let me tell you. But some fantastic racing so far, a few pit stops, a bit of damage, a few crashes, but no DNFs. And that is Rocket Man with a huge slide out of turn 16, and the Haas driver of strategy is up to P4. Rocket Man goes into the pit lane for that early pit stop, getting off them soft compound tyres. Here comes F1 Lexi all over the rear diffuser of that Scuderia in front. The Red Bull down towards turn 5 they go. He is so close now. This could be the opportunity that he's been waiting for. F1 Lexi with that rear wing open. That McLaren is catching him. But the Red Bull down towards turn 7 at Memorial Corner will have to take the wide line, the outside line. Onto the curb he goes. But so much more grip. And he is through. And F1 Lexi is now your race leader on lap 7. What can Maximot do? Can he respond? Look at Finnick as well. All over the back of them. There was a yellow flag waving. I don't know what it was for. Oh, the Ferrari slow. Wow. You just, honestly, when you're watching them slip and slide through the corners, you just don't know if they're going to be able to hold it. But it's brilliantly played. Look at this. F1 Lexi now needs to get a little bit of breathing space and get Maxi Block out of his DRS range. I think Maxi might pit now because he's on them softs. He does exactly that. Just doesn't want to go out wide. So Finnick will chase down the race leader, but he's not got DRS. He needs to burn that battery just so he does get DRS, and I think that's exactly what he's actually trying to do as he goes in towards Shears at turn 1. Cam Ruddy is now up to P4. What a drive from the Sauber. Reese all over the back of that McLaren of A Fixter, moves to the left. A Fixter says, I'm not wanting to be a part of this, moves out of the way. One of the best drivers I've had the pleasure of racing side by side with is A Fixter. He's one of them drivers, A Fixter, where you know what to expect. You know what you're going to get when you race wheel to wheel with him. You're going to get space. You're going to get clean racing. It's just inevitable when you race against A Fixter. So he's just one of them drivers, and he's a massive part of any league. Sam the Man in the Alpine is chasing down Turbo Snail. Friends off the track, but tonight they're not friends on it, as Jack in the Mercedes AMG Petronas will chase him down from P10. He has pitted already. Remember, Turbo Snail had to pit really early. He got pole position as well. But it's alright being quick over one lap, but you're going to have to do it over a couple more if you want to try winning races. There goes Finnick on F1 Lexi, the Red Bull driver on the McLaren. And F1 Lexi goes back into the lead. What about Finnick? In towards turn 1 at Shears we go. And there is a yellow flag. I don't know who it's for. I can't see anything at the moment. I tell you what, F1 Lexi and Finnick are catching up to a Ferrari here. But no, it's a Haas. Sorry, I get confused. They need to sort that out because it comes up as a red dot on the map for Haas and Ferrari. Finnick is back into the lead. What a battle. 7 laps to go here in Singapore, and your guess is as good as mine at who's going to win this Grand Prix. Look at that. And the Red Bull trying to stay within that slipstream of the Papaya in front. Reese in that Williams, B-Right with a time penalty. Reese all over the back of B-Right. So I think the three-time world champion of B-Right just starting to feel the pressure with Reese all over his tail. Jack on Turbo Snail. So a few of the penalties are just starting to come into the drivers now, but you'd expect it after 9 laps around Singapore. And the Mercedes driver coming out of Padang down towards the Singapore sling at turn 10. And on at the rear diffuser of that Aston Martin in front, who just locked up slightly. He's managed to keep it though, but now Jack has seen an opening. He seized an opening down the inside of the hairpin. Oh, they've touched. The Aston Martin tried to turn in, clip the back wheel of Jack. It was going to be an absolutely incredible overtake, but it just caused an issue. But that was a fantastic move from the Mercedes. Very unfortunate that they got tangled up together. It was a bit of a lunge, but he absolutely pulled it off until they had that tangling of wheels. Finnick is now your out-and-out race leader. Strategy in P2. Maxiwak, who has already pitted. F1 Lexi coming out of the pit lane, but he's got to deal with Rocket Man, who's all over the back of him. Can he get heat into them tyres quick enough? Jack is up to P6. Can Rocket Man get the move? He's going to have that DRS. And there goes F1 Lexi struggling to get the grip into the tyres as he's just come out of the pit lane. Rear wing open for the Williams. F1 Lexi does not need this if he's going to try and catch up to Maxi Block. And Rocket Man backs out. Good racing. But F1 Lexi has found himself 5 seconds behind Maxi Block through that overcut. So Maxibot, remember, is on the mediums now though, whereas in F1 Lexi is on the soft. So that'll be a really interesting battle till the end of this Grand Prix. Reese on the back of B-Right, the Williams on the Ferrari. Purple sector for the Williams. Goes a little bit wide there, Reese, but keeping it fresh there. Rocket Man in the Williams. Finnick does finally pit off their mediums. He will also go onto the softs. But to judge where Finnick comes out now, we're going to have to stay on board with F1 Lexi, because remember, they were battling for the lead of this Grand Prix before Lexi pitted. So it will be really interesting to see where this McLaren of Finnick comes out to F1 Lexi. F1 Lexi coming around the final corner. Maxibot is through. Finnick is still coming out of the pit lane. F1 Lexi is here. There goes Finnick, and it's F1 Lexi that will come out in front, and Finnick comes out behind Rocket Man. That is not what he wanted, but F1 Lexi has come out 2 seconds in front of Finnick. And Finnick has got 1 lap fresher tyres. Will that make a difference? Finnick is going to use the DRS, use the ERS, and up to P3 straight away. So now the gap is already down to 1.8. Udit, so Turbo Snail back into the pit lane. Rocket Man will try and stay with Finnick for as long as possible. So the gap is now 2 seconds. F1 Lexi is catching up to Maxibot. The gap is now 3.5 with 5 laps to go. Let me know, do you think he's going to catch him? Just getting a little bit of water. Cryptic Salt, sorry, is on the back of Reese. Some great racing between a lot of the drivers though on track here. Remember, we've got Brazil to come. Maxibot setting the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Well, that is brilliant racing. Remember guys, you can join. The link is in the bio for the Discord if you do want to be a part of Formula 7 racing for the new season. All you have to do is come and give us free time trial. Oh! And Cryptic Salt is through on Reese. Reese made a huge mistake in the Williams, and he was punished for it. Rocket Man is now 1.4, Finnick 2.2. He's losing time to F1 Lexi. F1 Lexi is just not making up the time that I thought he was going to, and he's still 3.3 behind Maxi. Has the Belgian driver in the Ferrari got this strategy absolutely perfect? Remember guys, if you are watching on Twitch, you do not have to pay to subscribe or anything like that. But if you do want to support us and help us in, you know, growing as a league, sending out trophies to all the drivers at the end of each season, just use your Prime and subscribe with Prime. It's absolutely free, completely free to subscribe with Prime, and we get something like £2, £3 per subscription from that, which massively helps when that comes in each month towards sending them trophies to all over the world, to places like Canada and South Africa and Belgium and the Netherlands and Portugal. So yeah, really appreciate that. So if you do have Amazon Prime, just click down below, subscribe on Twitch. So F1 Lexi has not been able to catch up to Maxibot here, and it looks like the Ferrari driver has been left to win this race. Udit in the Red Bull catching up to be right in the Scuderia. He needed a safety car, he didn't get one, and there was nothing more that he could do. Singapore is a difficult track. We do have Brazil coming up next, which is going to be a little bit more open, a lot more battles as well. Finnick has caught up to F1 Lexi as well. He started in P2, the McLaren driver, and I think he might end in P2. But the gap is actually opening up to Maxibot now. Here comes Finnick, right on the back of the Red Bull, and Finnick goes for the overtake. And the McLaren driver back up to P2 here in Singapore. Three laps remaining. He fixed it with that time penalty. Jack in P6. I would say Cam Ruddy as well. He started from the back of this grid and he's up to P7 because he didn't have a great qualifying, but he's definitely shown his pace. And I don't actually know if he's on the grid for next season here in Formula 7 racing. So one of the F7 team might see if he fancies racing next season. He's definitely a silver driver anyway. F1 Lexi will try and stay with the papaya in front. You know, you cannot drop your concentration levels when you're racing around the circuit like Singapore. It's just so draining as well when you're constantly watching and you're constantly driving close to the walls and over the curbs, but it has become a lot better since they removed a couple of the corners in sector 3, I must say. But Finnick has shaken off the Red Bull behind, and he's now got out of DRS with 2 laps to go. But Maxi Block, what a drive, what a strategy. Yellow flag. I can't see anybody who's stopped. Rocket Man. Oh, I think it was F1 Lexi. It was F1 Lexi. So he really is struggling, and now Rocket Man is into the podiums. Oh, he's gone again. F1 Lexi is out. He just spun it, retired, and left. So that just says what kind of race he ended up having there. That's unfortunate. So Cam Ruddy is now up to P6, Jack up to P5, Strategy in at P4. But it is Rocket Man into the podiums, his return to racing. He did take a break, so did Finnick as well. Finnick has come back. He's not raced for quite a while, but he's definitely got pace. The McLaren of Finnick is actually catching up to Maxi Block. He's caught up to him by about a second in the last lap, but he's not going to have enough time to catch him, and even if he did now, he's got 3 seconds, so it doesn't even matter. Maxi Block will go on to the final lap of this Grand Prix as your race leader, and he will 90% sure he will finish it as the race leader as well. Turbo Snail up to P13. Sam the Man is chasing down Cam Ruddy. Can he get one last overtake? He is 7 attempts. He's going to have that DRS. Is he going to try and pinch P6, the American driver in the Alpine? Remember, guys, if you are watching on Twitch, YouTube or TikTok, the Discord link is in the bio for all of them, and you can come and join. If you want to come and race next season, that's absolutely fine. So, Sam the Man, he's not able to get the move done there. He's going to have another chance at this. Udi is through on B right. He's really struggled. Maxi Block is going to come through to win, but just keep your eye on Sam the Man at the moment. Sam the Man will get that DRS. Is the Alpine driver going to have one more overtake? But it is Maxi Block that wins here in Singapore. Sam the Man goes for the overtake down the inside, and what a move it is. The Alpine is through, but can Cam Ruddy respond to that and come back in him, the Sauber driver, wheel to wheel with the Alpine? They're side by side, and that is brilliant racing, but it is the Alpine that comes out on top and into P6. Maxi Block wins, Finnick in P2, Strategy in P3, and Rocket Man misses out on the podium. I don't know what happened at the end there. I think it was a time penalty, actually, sorry. So, That was good. So it is Maxi Block that wins here in Singapore. No, it's not realistic. Just some 25% races around Singapore and Brazil. Just making sure that it all looks okay for the new season. The Belgium driver on the top step. Yeah, it was some really fun racing there. When did it come out, Ifney? About 2 weeks ago, I think. Maybe just a bit longer, actually. 2.5, 3 weeks ago. Cheers, Oliver. So it is Maxi Block that wins in Singapore in the Ferrari. Finnick in the McLaren started in P2, finishes in P2. Strategy from P9 finishes in P3. The update that they do need to do is they need to make that hat white and not red. The Williams of Rocket Man in P4, Jack in the Mercedes in P5, Sam the Man with that overtake at the end in P6 from P12, Cam Ruddy from the back of this grid to P7, Cryptic Salt in P8, Oliver James in P9, Udi in P10, then comes B Right, Turbo Snail, Fixner, Vixen, F1 Lexi and Reese. Ifney, I think it's definitely better than F1 23, and the spectator views and the cameras million times better. The graphics are incredible as well. So Brazil, we do like a bit of Brazil, and Sergio Silva will be on the grid. He's up there as well. Sergio Silva's. I don't know what it is, but I think it's actually like a Portuguese thing, because every time I've ever met a Portuguese driver, they've always been amazingly clean and so respectful as well. And Sergio Silva fits in that category as well. And he's won a trophy here at F7, which is nice. But the likes of like him and Alvo Chabas and Udi as well. We've had a couple of Portuguese drivers over the years, and they've always been super respectful. Yeah, Ifnit, you're more than welcome to come racing whenever you want to come back, mate. Right, let's get the Brazil track map up. Brazil's F1 circuit layout.
Joffrey crying. I think I'm crying.
I want one where it's got the. I want one where it's got the names to it as well. I mean, I know a lot of the names, but I can't pronounce them, like, but they're there. I did have one the other day, and it was a really good one of Brazil when I was doing commentary around here. So, qualifying will start shortly. Remember guys, if you do want to come and join, the Discord link is in all the profiles. It's really hard to do one-shot quali because it takes so long to switch between drivers. But I'll try and get on board with the leader. So here we go. Rocket Man. Oh, Jack's out, but it is. Oh, Rocket Man's made a huge mistake, which has put him right to the back. It is strategy that leads at the moment. It's now Reese in the Williams as they go down Retta Aposta down towards turn 4 and 5. Reese is now down to P3, now back up to P1 through the two left-handers and into the lead here in qualifying. B Right is in P2, strategy in P3. B right now up to P3. Cam Ruddy was all the way up there as well, but he's dropped down a little bit as he came through the middle sector. Reese is still in the lead. It's strategy in P2. B right has lost a little bit of time and down to P5 here in qualifying. Maxi Block in P2. Strategy P3. Cryptic Salt in the Aston Martin is there as well. Strategy and Maxi are so close on times here in qualifying. Reese looks like he's way ahead. No, he's not. He's made a little mistake and it's Maxi Block that goes into P2. Strategy, when he goes down the straight, is going to be the leader and he's going to take pole here in Brazil. Strategy takes it. That is super close, but it is strategy that takes pole here in Brazil. So the British driver in the house takes pole position here in Sao Paulo. Maxi Block in the Ferrari will start on the front row of the grid alongside him. Reese in the Williams in P3 and B Right in the Ferrari in P4 on the second row of the grid. On the third row of the grid, it's Cryptic Salt in the Aston Martin in P5 and Sam the Man in the Alpine in P6. On the fourth row of the grid, it's Vixen in the Haas in P7 and a Fixter in the McLaren in P8. On the fifth row of the grid, it's an old Portuguese lockout of Udi in the Red Bull and Sergio Silva in the Alpine. Then comes Rocket Man Jack, Oliver James, Turbo Snail, Cam Ruddy and Finnick. Now on to the race. We do have formation lap on. Remember, safety cars are on reduced, red flags are on reduced. We've not had, since we've been doing 25% races, this is now the fourth race we've had. Fifth if you count the 5-lapper as well. We've not had a single, well you can't have one, so yeah, fourth. We've not had a single VSC, a single safety car or a single red flag in any race yet. But that just goes to show the level of drivers that we have here in F7. Remember guys, if you do have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe for absolutely free, and it massively helps us out as a league as well. So we are on the formation lap. How's everybody finding the game anyway? If you are watching, how are you guys finding the game? Are you enjoying it? I like to save the videos just to get some clips of the racing, because it's always the graphics when you upload to YouTube and you let it sort of completely upload and everything. The graphics are so much better when you record off YouTube than any other platform. I've actually not tried to do it off TikTok yet, but we'll see. So Finnick will start this race with cold tyres. So the drivers still trying to get heat into them tyres. It's so much more tactical this year as well. And that last car of Cam Ruddy. Oh, Yaya's in. Yes, let's go. We have Sweden represented in the race now. Who is that Mercedes? Jesus. It's got to be Oliver. Oh, God. Right, let's see. Here we go. Oliver James couldn't power that car up. This is it. Here in Brazil. And it's lights out and away we go. The Haas got a tremendous start off the grid, down in towards the centre S's at turn 1. Maxi Bock and the Williams are there as well. Sam the Man already through on Cryptic Salt, who comes right back through. Reese is through on Maxi Bock. We have a bit of a collision behind. Turbo Snail is through on Sergio Silva, who's down 3 places into P13. You got Finnick in the McLaren, who's already up 2, who chases down that Mercedes of Oliver James. Vixen and Sam the Man, the American driver here in South America, is through in the Alpine on Vixen in the Haas. Udi in the Red Bull, squabbling with the McLaren wheel to wheel, side by side with a Fixter, who goes onto the grass and spins. And that was down to that collision as well. It was not down to his own fault. He had a little tap onto the grass, he went, and the car just went flying. But they're all through relatively cleanly. And Sergio Silva in the Alpine, round the outside of Finnick he goes. The McLaren and the Alpine just squabbling for position down at the back there. But it's Sam the Man, Cryptic Salt and B-Right who all stay in position. So does Strategy on the lead of this Grand Prix. Reese and the Williams will chase him down as we go to the end of lap 1 here in Sao Paulo. Sam the Man in P6, Vixen in P7, we've got Udi in P8, Turbo Snail up 5 places in the Aston Martin. Oh, and he goes wide. Udi is onto the grass and round. Everybody gifted another position. That's 6 now for Turbo Snail. And that's what I'm talking about. If you touch that grass, that is it for you. Sergio Silva and Yaya, the man from Sweden, the man from Portugal. And then Rocket Man is there as well, the man from Scotland, all on the back of the man from England. We got some nationalities represented here in Brazil. Down the inside goes Yaya in the Red Bull, gets it done. Rocket Man in the Williams on Sergio Silva, and he's round. Rocket Man is round as well. A lot of the drivers struggling to keep it on track. Look how close Reese is. All over the rear diffuser of Strategy in front. And out of turn 13 and 14 we go. The Williams will have DRS, remember, activated on lap 2 now. And he will make it look easy as he goes down towards the centre S's as he tries to cut off Maxi Block. Here comes Maxi Block down the inside of the Williams. He's going for a 2 for 1. Side by side got the Ferrari and the Williams, but it is Reese that comes out just in front. Vixen and Turbo Snail. Once more Turbo Snail is ghosted, and onto the grass goes Vixen, but holds onto that Haas. Turbo Snail in the Aston Martin will try and be a bit cheeky here. What about Strategy and B-Right? Look at this for a battle. And the Aston Martin of Cryptic Salt will look for an opening, but onto the grass he goes and round. Oh, he held on to it. He held on to it. Wow. Strategy in that Haas, trying to look for a move. The 2 Ferraris in P1 and P3. But it is Maxi Block who is the race leader. He's already won the first race tonight. He's now leading at the end of lap 3. Or will he lead at the end of lap 3? Reese is really close to the Belgium driver, and he'll get the DRS as well. Here he comes. When does the rear wing open? It does now, and here he comes on the back of the Scuderia, down towards the centre S's. And the Williams goes up to P1 and is now your race leader. Sam the Man, oh, a little bit deep. What about Turbo Snail? The 2 Aston Martins, no team orders in that garage. Turbo Snail is through. Cam Ruddy on Yaya. The Red Bull driver will try and come back at the Sauber, and he does. Oliver James in the Mercedes. And Cam Ruddy just trying to block him off. And Oliver James, is he going to go for it? He doesn't, he backs out. Good racing, Oliver, well done. So Reese, the race leader, but he has 2 Ferraris chasing him. He spun it. Maxi Block's hit him, and B-Right says thank you very much. Through goes B-Right, and Reese and Maxi Block lose a position. What about Cryptic Salt? He's ghosted, which just gives strategy an opportunity to not even try and overtake him, just go through him. Still, look at this. And through goes strategy. Right, look at this now with that DRS again. Be right, might even lose 2 places here. They're going to go 3 wide into the center S's. The 2 Ferraris as well, and it's Maxi Block that retakes the lead. It's B right now in P2, Reese in P3, and Sam the man sees all the fun going on ahead of him. He's saying, I want a piece of this as well. And he's joined in on the action. B right on his teammate will go for the move. No hanging around for the Scuderia. B right now into the lead of the Grand Prix again. They switch places once more. What about Maxi Block? Is he going to try and go around the outside? He backs off this time. Cryptic Salt trying to stay with strategy. Cam Ruddy and Yaye. The Sauber and the Red Bull. Vixen is out. And down the inside goes Cam Ruddy. Sergio Silva on Oliver James, who spins it. Rocket Man. The yellow flag. The marshals will be busy waving them yellow flags. A little bit squirrely from strategy as he came out of turn 12 there. What about Maxi Block? The 2 Ferraris once more. Oh, B-Right's into the pit lane. He is going for a huge undercut here. Keep your eyes peeled on him. He's now left his teammate to be attacked from the Williams and the Alpine. Turbo Snail with a time penalty. Where does B-Right come out, though? He's going to come out behind a lot of drivers who are battling. There goes Finnick on Jack, the Mercedes and the McLaren. And Finnick is through as they go in towards turn 4 and 5. Cam Ruddy and Yaye. I tell you what, these two are having an incredible battle. Every lap, they are just swapping places. Rocket Man will go down the inside of Oliver James and spins the Mercedes driver. I do think that was the fault of the Williams, but I won't comment on it after just commenting on it. Sam the man is in the podium places. Will Maxi not be able to get this move back? So he's gone for a huge undercut here, B-Right. So it'll be interesting to watch. Here comes Maxi Block. He's on the mediums. Reese is on the softs, but has stayed out. Sam the man in the Alpine. But it is going to be Reese. He stays behind Maxi Block this lap. What about Cam Ruddy on Yaye, the Red Bull and the Sauber once more? In towards the center S's at turn 1 and 2 we go. Rocket Man speeds into the pit lane and calls it a day in Brazil. And there goes Strategy and Turbo Snail. Once more side by side go the Haas and the Aston Martin. Into the billboards goes the Haas. The Aston Martin trying to give him the room. The yellow flag is out. It's a VSC. Why is a VSC out? Is it? Oh, there's a Red Bull. I think that's Udi that's crashed it. The VSC is out, and it is Udi that was going really, really slow there. So a VSC is out, and the only people this is going to benefit is if it stays out, the drivers might be able to get into the pit lane. If this VSC stays out, B-Right strategy is done for. B-Right pitted, but his strategy is done for if this VSC stays out. Oh, he nearly loses it again, Udi. Into the pit lane, and this has benefited Udi now. The VSC, and it's over. The VSC is over, but Reese did commit. So did the Haas of strategy. Finnick speeds into the pit lane. 10 seconds, absolutely brutal. Maxibot did stay out, but he's now being attacked by Sam the man. That will help B Right, who is coming down the pit lane. That VSC is not going to have helped him, but it's just good that it went away. Where is Reese? Reese is coming out of the pit lane. B Right is going to come out way ahead, but Reese is coming out. Oh, he's nearly lost it. Cam Ruddy and Yaye again. In towards turn 4 and 5. They clatter into each other, but they just managed to hold on. Reese has come out pretty close to B Right. They're both on mediums, but Reese's are going to be fresher. Jack on the back of Cryptic Salt. Sam the man on the back of Maxibot. Finnick in at the McLaren. That VSC nearly helped a lot of drivers there, but B-Right did get away with it. But he's got that Williams and Reese chasing him down. When does Maxi block pit? He's on the mediums, 10 laps to go. Well, he's got to do more laps on the mediums than he's going to do on the softs, doesn't he? So he's got to stay out for at least another lap. Cryptic Soul and Jack. Cryptic Soul, 10-second time penalty for a collision with Jack. But Jack's behind him, no? Wow, what happened there? 10 seconds, though. Did Jack get damage? He wouldn't have been able to change it anyway. But you're right, now up to P6, but he has Reese on an absolute charge behind him. Turbo Snail and Finnick both go off the track out of the centre S's. Finnick clatters in to Turbo Snail and round goes the Papaya. Wow, you would have thought out of 2 races in Singapore and Brazil, there would have been more DNFs in Singapore than there were in Brazil. Oh wow, safety car. That is the first safety car we have seen. And it's Finnick is parked up at turn 2. He's disqualified, and that is a safety car, the first one ever. The safety car is out, and it's going to give me, as a spectator and a commentator, the first opportunity to see the safety car in action. But this is absolutely butchered B-Right and Reese's strategy. Talking about strategy, drive-through time penalty. Oh, God. Wow, so every driver goes back into the pit lane. Maxibot will lead again. Safety car is out. Thanks for the gifts, Chris. Appreciate it, mate. Nice of it. CB. No sugar beans. Remember guys, if you do want to come and join Formula 7 Racing, the Discord link is in the bio on Twitch, YouTube and TikTok, depending on where you're watching from tonight. How do we have 2 DNFs in Singapore, but 7 in Brazil? Brazil's so hard to get a DNF. Hey, that's what it is. But Maxi Lock is the race leader again. Oh, Cam Ruddy. It's now 8 DNFs. Cam Ruddy was in a good position. Why did he retire? That's a strange one. But appreciate you joining, Cam, and you definitely need to be racing here next season because you're a very good driver. This is going to be a proper little sprint to the finish, this. 2 things they need to sort out is the Haas being red, they need to put it back to white, and the bloody yellow flags, they don't need it flashing that much. Remember guys, if you do have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe for free, and it really helps us out massively as a league as well. Remember, exclamation mark RSR for Rock Solid Rigs in the chat if you are interested or looking to buy a new setup. So the safety car is in this lap. We're going to go racing again, and it will be Maxibot that leads the way with 9 drivers remaining in this race. So Maxibot goes early, no messing around. Remember, you can't overtake before the line. Yaye's all over the back of Reese. And in towards the centre S as we go. And everybody gets through there nice and cleanly. Be right on the back of Sergio Silva, the Ferrari driver, will go down the inside of the Alpine, and he does make the move. Great move. Cryptic Salt on Jack, and the Aston Martin is through on the Mercedes. So Sam the man needs to stay with Maxibot. Let's have a look at tyres actually. So I think Sam the man is going to have a good opportunity before the end of this race, with him being on mediums and Maxibot being on softs. So let's keep our eyes on that one. Cryptic Salt on the freshest soft tyres. Be right on Yaye. Not close enough to make the move just yet. Yaye up 13 places though. The Swedish driver showing why he's got so many accolades. All the drivers with that DRS. It is Maxibot that leads to Sam the man, to Reese, to Yaye, to Be Right, all over the rear diffuser of that Red Bull. Cryptic Salt on A-Fixter, that was Jack that just went wide in the Mercedes. A-Fixter doing really well to hold off Cryptic Salt so far. Yaye does not want to drop off Reese here and lose that DRS. Is Cryptic Salt going to be patient here, or is he going to go for the move on the McLaren? He is on soft compounds, Fixter on the mediums, so he's going to be a lot quicker. Now here comes Cryptic Salt for the overtake on the McLaren. The Aston Martin driver moves to the left, and he will go for the move, and Cryptic Salt is through. What about Maxibot and Sam the man? He's going to get a double dose of DRS out of the centre S as we go, and down Retro Aposta, and the Alpine into the slipstream of the Scuderia we go. Is he going to go for a move? He is, and the American driver here in South America is through and into the lead here in Sao Paulo. A-Fixter being overtaken by Jack in the Mercedes, and Fixter a little bit wide there, but still in contention for points. Oh, Reese has spun it. Reese has spun it. B Right is up to P4. Yaye into the podiums. Maxibot and Sam the man are leading. And Jack is from Reese as well. And up to P7 goes the Mercedes driver. Maxibot with that DRS, and the Scuderia driver is going to go for the move, and he's going to retake the lead, and Be Right also takes P3, so a double Ferrari overtake, and Cryptic Salt on Sergio Silva, the Aston Martin driver, into the centre S's. There goes Reese in the Williams on the Mercedes of Jack as well. Can Sam the man respond to Maxibot? Knock down Retro Aposta, he can. Neither can Yaye. Sergio Silva on Cryptic Soul, and the man from Portugal back up to P5. Reese with that 3 second. Cryptic Soul is going to try and come back at Sergio. Oh, who was that went out? Went out. Reese and Jack squabbling for position. Yaye on Sergio Silva. Yaye has spun it and down to P8. He was having an amazing race. Maxibot will lead on lap 15. 3 laps to go. Jack on Reese. He's coming right back at him. The Mercedes on the Williams. Can Sam the Man get Maximot down Retta Aposta? Clicks that DRS. The rear wing opens and he's going to go for it down the inside. And the Alpine driver is through. And the man from the US of A back into the lead. And now B Right is part of the action. Maxi Block won in Singapore. He can still win here in Brazil. So Reese and Jack must be really enjoying this. There's a good probability of them being in a party together as well. These will be really enjoying this tasty battle they've got going on. That slight lockup from Reese has give Jack a bit of breathing space, but what about Maximot down the inside into the centre S's and the Ferrari back into the lead. The Belgian driver battles his way through. And B Right in the other Scuderia is there as they go down Retta Aposta. That rear wing will open. But is Sam the Man going to be a little bit more patient now? 1.5 laps remaining. Into the billboard they go. Jack on Sergio Silva. And the Mercedes driver goes over the bump, goes wide, and he's lost a few places. Sergio Silva stays in P5. Reese is through, so is Yaye. And Jack on lap 17 is going to have to battle back. So Maxibot leads on lap 17 of 18. Here in South America. But there goes Sergio Silva and Reese. Yaye in the Red Bull. Right on the tail of the Williams. So can Sam the Man do it? This is his opportunity. The American driver, and I think he's going to back out. He is. He's not going to go for it yet, but he's going to stay real tight to that Ferrari. Reese is from Sergio Silva, but we're watching the battle for the lead of the Grand Prix on the very last lap. Here comes Sam the Man in the Alpine on the Scuderia. Is he going to go for it? Is he going to get it? DRS enabled. ERS is on. Down Retta Aposta in towards turn 4 and 5. The Alpine's not able to get the move done, and he's got a time penalty as well. Maxi Block might just win this Grand Prix. Reese, Jack is through on Sergio Silva. The Mercedes, he's up to P7. Sam the Man still chasing down Maxi. He's going to have one more opportunity, and that is down to the line. But he does have a time penalty, and that's going to kill his chances of winning this race. Be Right in the Ferrari still has an opportunity here, but it might be Maxi Block with the double win here in Singapore and Brazil. He took the lights in Singapore, now he's in South America, here in Sao Paulo, and Maxi Block with another incredible strategy, incredible race. The Belgian driver once more will come down to the line. He won't cross it first, but he does win. Sam the Man crosses the line first. He did get him. Had he not have got that time penalty, he would have won this Grand Prix. But it is Maxi Block that wins again. It's a Ferrari 1-2 here in Brazil. Yeah, I seen it, Sam. I seen it. So unlucky there, mate. You deserve to win that. The Belgian driver on the top step again. Let's save that for some clips. So, what a race. They were two really good races around Singapore and Brazil, actually, and I enjoyed that. Remember, guys, quite an echo on comms. Is there an echo? Oh, I didn't even realise. Is there an echo? Oh, I didn't even realise. You're right, there is an echo. Cheers, Taylor. Oh, that's so annoying if there is an echo. Yeah, it's on the microphone. I don't know why there would be an echo. I still need to mess around with sort of like the sound and stuff like that, but yeah. So Max Scott did win, and it was a Ferrari 1-2. Sam the man, very unlucky though. Fastest lap did go to Reese, but he just had no luck in these races. Oh no, it's gonna. Oh no, it's gonna. I needed to just come off that. It's gonna copyright me if it plays that music. Every time it plays just the standard F1 music, it copyrights me, which is so annoying. But yeah, that was really good. You know what? I've not even designed a car for Fantasy F7 yet. So I need to do that. Yeah, no worries, Sam. Thanks for joining, mate. Really appreciate it. It was really good fun, actually. Nah, I appreciate it, mate. Thank you. But yeah, guys, if you do want to be a part of Formula 7 racing, our new season starts next Sunday. Just come and join. Exclamation mark Discord in the chat, or if you're watching on TikTok or YouTube, the link is in the bio. And just come and join. You're more than welcome to join the league racing. We race every single Sunday, 10 AM, 12:30 PM and 7 PM. That's bronze, silver and gold. We race on a Monday, that's Fantasy F7, that's your team, your logo, your livery, and that's a constructors-based championship only with teams of 4. And then we have realistic on a Wednesday, so that's realistic performance, driver salaries, team budgets, team principles, and that's on a Wednesday. So we have 5 races a week, we never miss a race, it's just so well run, we have an amazing team, and we have an incredible community of drivers as well. So if you do want to be a part of that, just come and join us, guys. Just before we go, I just want to make sure that the subscription.
Yeah! 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 Thank you, guys. My time.
Yeah, that's working.
Time.
Follow, is that working? Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure, because we're going to be doing this for the whole season. We're going to be streaming on as many platforms as we can stream on for the new season, so I just want to make sure that everything's working. There'll be a few minor issues as I'm sort of figuring out every time we do these 25% races, but we'll eradicate them as we do more and more, and we'll get it so it's absolutely perfect for the new season. So we are going to do some more 25% races before the start of the new season, so make sure you join for them. But yeah, thank you to everybody for joining. Thank you for everybody for watching. Thanks for all the support as well, guys.